Hey you all, this is Michelle Capers here with 80/20 Eat to Live, and I just wanted to jump on real quick and talk to you about the rooted vegetables. So rooted vegetables, you all can do a search because it's more than the ones that I'm going to list here today, but these are like the main ones that I want you to be careful with. So your potatoes, your yams, sweet potatoes, and beets and cooked carrots. You need to be careful when you're consuming them if you are trying to lose weight. Yes, those are vegetables, and yes, it's healthy for you. However, it's very, very dense. They're high in calories and glucose, which is sugar. So with that being said, if you are not working out enough to burn those calories off, that vegetable is going to sit and it's going to turn into glucose, which is sugar, which is going to cause you to gain weight or either hold your weight. So just be careful with those items, you all, those rooted vegetables. When I first started my journey for like 90 days, 3 months, I did not eat any of those, and I'm very careful with eating them now. I might eat because I do love sweet potatoes, so I will eat a sweet potato maybe once or twice a week. And then when I eat my sweet potato, I am going to use that as my meal, because you all know when it comes down to the way we plate our food here at 80/20 Eat to Live, we use all of the macronutrients, which is your protein, your carbs, and your fat. So your sweet potato, it has fat in it, as you all can see when you bake it, is the oil. So you have your carbs and your fat in that already, right? So then I would also add a little bit of brown sugar, and I use it as like a little treat for myself when I'm having a little sugar craving. So I would add, once I bake it, I would add maybe a teaspoon, just depending on how big the sweet potato is, a teaspoon of brown sugar, and I'll add like maybe 2 tablespoons of my almonds and my pecans and my walnuts. So pecans are also protein and fat. So within that meal right there, I have my protein, carbs, and fat. The problem is that a lot of times we will have the sweet potato, right? And then you'll have your meal. So it's almost like you're eating 2 meals in one. So this is how, when you are not educated on food and what food does and how it holds the densities and glucose and stuff, this is how we can be eating healthy and still gaining weight or not losing weight. Because you can have an 80/20 plate and then have a sweet potato added to that, like you have your meat, and then you're going to use the sweet potato as your carb and then add your vegetables. It's almost like you're double eating, because the sweet potato, like I said again, is very dense in calories. So it's like you're having a 2-for-1. So when you are eating, if you just gotta have a sweet potato, let that be a standalone. Let that be a meal that maybe you're not that hungry, but that's gonna be one of your meals. That's not an add-on. So you're not eating 5. You're gonna use that sweet potato as one of your meals. However, I would not eat any of that right now. Just me. I'm not a doctor. You all, again, a disclaimer. Please consult with your healthcare provider, your physician, as far as, you know, what you should and should not do. I'm just telling you as far as what I have learned and about these particular vegetables, the rooted vegetables, how they are very high in calories. So if you are looking to lose weight, I would monitor how much you eat of those type of starchy vegetables, because it could hinder your weight loss. If you don't have to eat them for a season until you get to where you want to get to, I will eliminate them altogether. And I will always advise you all to keep a food tracker so you all can know exactly what you're eating, so you don't forget. And this is why we do this, for accountability for ourselves, so we can go back the day before if we get on that scale the next day and you have gained a couple of pounds, and you'll be able to say, okay, this is what I ate, and I keep eating this way or eating these types of food, and I am gaining weight. So then you're gonna have to do an adjustment. I don't want you to kind of almost like, you know, be shooting yourself in the foot. So you're doing all of the exercising, you're eating, and you're trying to watch your plate, but then also not being aware and educated off of good vegetables. And I don't want to call them bad vegetable, but they're just weighty vegetables, right? If you are trying to lose weight, you just want to monitor those things, because you don't want to get 6 months down the road and get frustrated and it's like none of this stuff works. It does work You just have to make sure that you're educating yourself on what to eat, and listen to what we're saying here at 80/20 Eat to Live, because it works. It really works. It really does work. So if it's not working for you, you have to go back to what you're doing, because I guarantee you, you're either eating too much, or you're not eating the right foods, or you're not moving, or something like that. There's a combination. So again, if you are just like, hey, I don't care, Michelle, I got to have my sweet potato once a day, I'm gonna need you to be working out and burning at least 300 calories per session. So if you're gonna eat it, then you need to work it off. So this is Michelle Capers again with 80/20 Eat to Live. I will see you in the next video.